Front and center tonight is two related stories. There's the economic story and the political one. The economic story is the markets going kablooey today. Let's take a look at that. What happened? Worst day of the year for the markets. A very bad day. Number two, please. Everything in the red. And that is the markets reacting to, widely believed, the lack of clarity regarding Trump administration economic policy, increased worries about a potential recession or stagflation, and a lack of understanding about where all these policies are headed, particularly tariffs. That economic story, and of course, the markets is not just an economic story, but it's a psychological story. But that economic story has a parallel in the political realm, which is today I was besieged by messages from people in the private sector, many very supportive, not just of Donald Trump's election, but of Trump policies, saying that the markets are freaking out, but so is the real world economy, because many American business executives now say there's too much chaos. For the first month or so, chaos was Donald Trump's friend. The chaos he was causing by being Trump was helping him because it was discombobulating his opponents. Just today, Harvard University announced, uh, let's go to number 11, please, that they are suspending any hiring because there's too much uncertainty over what's going to happen with federal policy. We know that Columbia University had money, millions of dollars taken away, hundreds of millions of dollars taken away. So I'm sure at the White House, they're delighted that Harvard is now frozen. So that's chaos that Team Trump likes. The chaos that they don't like, you can take that down, please, is again, I know they are hearing from executives because I've talked to some of them who've sent this word to the White House that there's too much chaos, that there's too much uncertainty now. And now it's not only hampering activity and investment while people wait to see what happens with the tariffs, but it's undermining people's confidence that the administration has a steady hand on the tiller. This is the downside of governing the way Donald Trump has been governing, to some extent, downside of Musk, because this is unorthodox and no one knows where it's leading. One concern I heard today was about not knowing whether they can invest safely. I heard another concern from a very conservative person, big Trump supporter, who said all these cuts to government employees being done with a chainsaw and not a scalpel, despite the president saying that they were switching to the scalpel. He said there's two concerns. One is it's a big part of government of our GDP is government employees and government spending, and they're concerned about that being drawn down capriciously and quickly. But the other concern they had was one that a lot of liberals and Democrats are raising, which is they might be cutting stuff that's essential to the safety of the United States and the functioning of the government. So, safety of trains, safety of nuclear materials, safety of airplanes, safety of food. A real concern on this person's part that you can't make rational business decisions if you're in a country where people have just fundamental questions about infrastructure. So whether today marks a change in some profound way about business putting the administration on notice, causing administration change in policy, I don't know. We shall see.